One thing I want to caution against, Sean, is exactly what happened in June. What I expect is that Donald Trump will once again run circles around Kamala Harris, just as he did with Joe Biden in that last debate. The question is that going to be good for us in winning this election or not? Because last time around, it was the catalyst for something drastic happening afterwards, which was in that case swapping out Joe Biden as the nominee. And I think if Kamala Harris really does tank in this debate, and I think there's a decent chance that happens, I think there are strange things that could happen between now and November, because the Democrats, they have been playing this as, in some ways, one step ahead.
You're suggesting that we may live through another change in candidates if she didn't have a good debate?
No, I don't think it's going to be a change in the candidates. The ballots have already been printed, but I do think that we have a machine that we're up against that has demonstrated that it is going to go to great measures to defeat Donald Trump. You trace this back over the last year and a half. You've got prosecutions. You've got civil cases. You've got extrajudicial attempts to remove him from the ballot. They told us Joe Biden was definitively going to be the nominee, then negotiated for the earliest ever presidential debate in U.S. history because they knew there was a good chance Biden would underperform. Once he did, they swapped him out. I think we've got to learn from those lessons, Sean, to say that they're still going to have many more tricks up their sleeve. So the two scenarios are either Kamala Harris overperforms. I don't expect that to happen. Or what I do expect to happen is Donald Trump to seriously defeat her in this debate as he did last time around. But don't expect that to be the end of this election. I think there's going to be more tricks left up their sleeve.
What advice would you give Donald Trump for the debate? You're super close, I know.
Yeah.
You are close in a way.
He takes my advice, yeah. Do you think he's going to show up?
I do.
You do?
Yeah.
You think?
Yeah. Do you know something I don't know?
I know cowardice when I see it. Yeah.
So this is going to be my preview of the 2024 presidential debate. And as you saw from the intro, you already see the narratives being casted. One of the biggest, I think, points of the debate that I wrote down here is that Kamala Harris' job here is to clarify what the hell she actually believes, what the hell she actually is going to stand for. Because the lack of clarity and vagueness is, in my view, is hurting her. Because at the end of the day, when you ask a Kamala Harris supporter, why are you supporting Kamala Harris? What is Kamala Harris's accomplishments? You get blank stares, and she's a black woman. That's not going to win this election. I'm being dead serious when I say this, right? And the leads has shown, and I did this on a previous video, but the euphoria is over. Now it's time for some substance for Kamala Harris. And this little noise, this little girl power stuff that Nancy Pelosi just pulled in the intro, trying to insinuate that Donald Trump is not going to be ready for the debates, that Donald Trump is scared to debate, make it make sense. He showed up to the last one that destroyed Joe Biden's entire political career for president. And Nancy Pelosi is going to pretend like, oh, yeah, Donald Trump's the one scared to debate. Not the woman that's not taking any press conferences, only did one interview, which was 18 minutes. People had more questions than answers in that debate, in that interview she did with Dana Bash, CNN. She's hosting no press conferences. She's scared to talk to the media, but Donald Trump's the scared one. Let's call it a spade a spade. They're coping here. They're coping hard. This is a reality. Disagree with me in the comment section. Go ahead, but you're gonna have a hard time. Dave Hogg, who's a gun control advocate for the Democratic Party. I hope I'm wrong, but if we lose in November, I think the main reason will be the number of young men of all races that are no longer Democrat. Democrats, you better listen. This debate, look, the top issues, and I did a video about why men are becoming more conservative. If you want to hear more of my commentary on that, I'm not going to go too much detail into that. But my main point is that the Democratic Party has no messaging for young men, no policy really for young men. Young men don't benefit at all from the Democratic platform. Men care about the economy, immigration. Democrats are like the least trusting on those issues. Kamala Harris is going to have to speak to that. There's been a taboo about talking about this because we understandably are hesitant to make men a main point of conversation. And then here's a comment that I resonate with that I want to highlight here. He quoted him: "We are understandably are hesitant to making men a main point of conversation, given we have been for thousands of years. It is so strange that young men will walk away from a political party that frequently tells them how horrible they are. Such a mystery." Messaging's a big problem for the Democratic Party this election. I'm being dead serious. And none of this little gaslighting that a lot of people who dissent from me in the comment section, right? I had some like beta in the comment section telling me that, oh, Kenny, you're just insecure about women's accomplishments. And I'm like, yo, bro. Look at the results. Who's in office? Who's running things right now? What has she accomplished as VP? Can't answer it. But want to give me lip about how I'm supposedly passively being sexist because I criticize Kamala Harris. This debate, I tell you, Trump wins if Kamala Harris, every critique Kamala tries to do is trying to blame Trump for something. She loses that debate. If she's not coming in with a vision, she ain't coming back with a path forward. And as I mentioned in the earlier videos, Kamala Harris finally came out with a policy platform. Is on her issues. You got to click issues, and then you'll find her way forward. Vice President and Governor Walz are fighting for a new way forward, right? What is a new way forward? Build an opportunity economy and lower costs for families. This sounds like Joe Biden stuff again. Cut taxes for the middle class families. Okay. Make rents more affordable. How? How are you going to do that, Kamala? We already did rent controls. Rent controls don't work. Deliver $20 billion to middle-class families who have faced foreclosure and help pass a homeowner's bill of rights. No, you're not entitled to have a house. I'm just being honest. This already sounds suspect to me, but you guys can read it for yourselves, right? But essentially, it's a rehash of Joe Biden's platform. Joe Biden said all this stuff, and look at the results, people. Don't fall for the desirability of how a policy sounds. Look at how it's going to be executed. That's what the debate's going to be about. How are you going to execute this stuff? Because at the end of the day, Trump has the record. Trump's like, yo, look at the outcomes that happened when I was in office, when I was governing the country, versus Kamala Harris being co-pilot to this administration. Trump just has to be measured. He wins. And you see the MSNBC host, or the MSDNC, as we just highlighted today, they're already trying to make an excuse for Kamala Harris. And I'm going to go react to this. So check out this clip, and then we'll follow up with it after you watch it. Let's take a look.
Are you ready, Madam Vice President?
Ready.
The New York Times reporting on Saturday how Trump is approaching this. Quote, he has been briefed on Ms. Harris's past debate performances and her verbal tics. He remembers well her viral moment in 2020 when she debated Vice President Mike Pence and cut off his attempted interruption by saying, "I'm speaking." Referring to that exchange, Mr. Trump has privately told associates, "I'm not going to let her do to me what she did to Mike." Okay, y'all bring it now. Let's go. Everybody in the center of the ring. Let's mix this up. I like hearing that because that tells me Donald Trump is nervous. He's concerned. And so what does that say to you in your preparation, and how are you stress testing some of her messagings and, quote, tics to deal with Donald Trump?
Well, look, all jokes aside, we are taking this extremely seriously. Donald Trump is a skilled debater. He has been in the most presidential debates of any candidate in presidential history. This will be the vice president's first presidential debate as the nominee. And so, we know that Donald Trump is preparing, as he has been for weeks. And so he's going to come ready. But so is the vice president. She is ready to talk to Donald Trump about the issues facing voters across this country and the stakes of this election, reproductive freedom, while he continues to double down and wants to take away IVF and ban abortion nationwide in Project 2025. And so it's going to be an interesting debate. But make no mistake about it, Donald Trump will be prepared, as he has always been, and he is a showman. And so we know the stakes of this, and the vice president will be ready.
I mean, it's true. We saw that in the debate with President Biden, where just the bar is set so low for Donald Trump that even his showing any type of discipline is seen somehow.
Yeah, I appreciate you putting saying he's a skilled debater, but we'll let that go.
So they're going to pretend, Donald Trump, we got to do show measure. Donald Trump is not a good debater. The guy that they were interviewing, who said that Trump is a skilled debater, he's right. Trump's been doing this 8 years. He has been in more presidential debates than Kamala Harris has made interviews this year. Tell me I'm lying. Who's more scared? Who's more scared? Look at that. Black people are losing support for the Democratic Party because of the fact that the black community, or Black America, is seeing Venezuelan aliens buying their first home without a job, without paying taxes. All of this 100% funded by American tax dollars. And you don't think that's going to be a problem for her in the debates? If Trump touched any of the... One thing for Kamala Harris is she wants to have a chance, because I see no path of victory for Kamala Harris. Like, imagine painting yourself in such a bad corner. The fact that she hasn't done any confrontational interviews, she hasn't done no interviews with Fox News, she's going to be extremely rusty. She's not prepared for pushback. She's not. She's not. She only took a friendly interview. The only interview she did that last month was a friendly interview. Kamala Harris is not ready. And then there's a whole lot of expectation because a lot of people have questions they need answering. And if Trump highlights anything that has to do with illegal immigration, if I was Kamala Harris, I'll pray that there's no illegal immigration questions, because she loses on this hands down. Kamala Harris had a plan to object, fact-check, and directly question Donald Trump while he was speaking during their debate next week. This is why she made a whole hoopla about the debate rules and wanting a live mic, because she wanted to do this. Now this rule has just been finalized to mute the candidates while their opponents are speaking. Harris advisors are scrambling to rewrite their playbook. But Donald Trump is just scared. He's a coward, says Nancy Pelosi. Yo, come on. This is all noise. These people are flash over substance. The substance of the debate is the issues. Who has the issues? Right now, Kamala Harris is co-pilot to an administration that has allowed illegals to buy houses off the taxpayers' dollars. A lot of these illegals are on Medicare. There's a growing sentiment in the Democratic Party's the most loyal Democratic people are what? Black women and black voters in general. Black voters are Democrats' most loyal voters. And there's a growing divide in the Black American community, about the treatment and the prioritization of migrants over the citizens. And this is a problem all Americans are experiencing. If Trump even highlights what that's going on, oh my God, it's a wrap. It's a wrap for her. This is Trump's debate to lose. Trump is the favorite. I have Trump as the favorite in this debate. And no one can deny that. And it's not because there's lower expectations from Trump. It's that Trump has been running consistently for 8 years on an issue that's now, I would argue, one of the top issues in the 2024 election. And now you got Kamala Harris out here stealing his policy positions. Now she's trying to act like she's tough on the border. All Trump got to do is, why you want to get a copycat? Get the real thing. I've been talking about the border since 2016, when she was condemning the border as evil, as immorally irreprehensible. That was Kamala Harris saying these things. Now, in 2024, she's trying to tell you, America, that she's for tough on crime, tough on illegal immigrants, when literally she wants to give home ownership a right, and she believes that illegals should have just as much as a right to these public funding for housing as American citizens who paid 100% into the system, while illegal immigrants hasn't paid a single dime towards the system, but they're celebrating buying houses in Chicago. Make it make sense, right? Make it make sense. If you have Kamala Harris as the favorite in this debate, you think Kamala Harris is just going to walk in and just destroy Trump? You are delusional. I'll play this for 1 minute and then I'll continue with my commentary.
Yeah, quit smiling. Because you're the one who decided you're going to kick out the homeless people that walked over 90 miles over here in Humboldt Park. Gave them bleep. I'm not going to curse, but you know, fill in the blanks. So how foul is that for American citizens that they came to Humboldt Park? And you remember the day before the DNC. How foul is that? Let's put you on blast. Next, let's talk about a DUI driver over in my goddamn neighborhood that came through illegal driving, no insurance, hit several cars, and then tried to speed off. Yeah, I captured that bleep. And I reported it too. Because see, we're not having that, but y'all want to come in here and stand up for illegals. How about that? Let's go to the next one. Free homes. Are y'all a freaking piece of crap of a joke? Who the hell paid for my house? Well, none of you. Who the hell went to my job and worked my butt off? My husband butt off?
Yes.
None of you.
None of you.
But you want to get free homes. Yeah, you got to hear me.
the not this is what she's speaking on is not this is look, you guys know me. I'm America first. I'm American everything. I don't care if you're Hispanic. I don't care if you're Asian. I don't care what your ethnic origins are. If you're a naturally born citizen, if you're a legal immigrant here, if you became a citizen after you lived here a couple years on the right way, I have no ill will against any of y'all. But this is something we all should be offended by. The fact that, hey, we pay taxes, we contribute to the system, we do things the right way. And the Democratic Party is essentially creating policies that's incentivizing people who break the law and rewarding them for breaking the law, aka coming to this border illegally. One thing people cannot stand is unequal treatment without justification. And this is what's happening right now. There's a growing movement. And in the debate, if Trump can touch on these problems that he just highlighted here, you saw the anger, you saw the emotion in her voice. If Trump in that debate touches on this, it's a wrap. Especially that many people going into this is thinking that this could be the only debate that we have in the country, right? When the Democrats try to pretend that illegal immigration isn't a problem, illegal immigrants from Guatemala charged with voting fraud, identity theft in Alabama. When you see these stories, U.S.-born workers lost 1.3 million jobs that year. Foreign-born workers gained 1.2 million. When you see stuff like this, 2 Border Patrol agents working with cartels to smuggle fentanyl and drugs into California. Bro, when you see stuff like this, there's no way in hell on the issues, on the substance. My argument here is that Kamala Harris is going to do everything she can to blame Trump, make Trump the center of conversation, try to make it hey, Trump this, Trump that, Trump. No, if she does that, if she goes around that line of thinking, she's losing the debate because she's not speaking to the issues. Your path forward, but you're already doing this stuff. You already try to do this stuff. Grow small businesses and invest in entrepreneurs. Joe Biden said that in his Build Back Better plan. Look at Joe Biden's Build Back Better plan and compare it to this one. Take on bad actors and bring down costs. You can't price control your way out of this bad economy, Kamala Harris. You're going to create more negative outcomes from this. I don't care about the intentions. I don't care about how desirability that Kamala Harris trying to make her position seem. If she does that word salad crap and Donald Trump call her out on that, it's a wrap for her. And Donald Trump, the reason why people said that all Donald Trump has to do is be disciplined and measured is the fact that Donald Trump can still be him, but he has to understand that the media is going to find any opportunity they can to make the conversation about him, they will. So essentially, Donald Trump's goal in this debate is not to give the media any more ammo. And if he does give him some ammo, he has to be able to use it to say, hey, you're trying to distract from the fact that Kamala Harris is the one governing this mess that's going on right now. Record high inflation, all right, job numbers in the toilet. People, fear of a recession has grown under her leadership, her part-time leadership here. She's in charge of immigration, but look at immigration. It's such a problem that now is affecting many people in the United States of America. Many Americans are seeing the prioritization they see with the illegal immigrants. Why are you prioritizing these people? Why are you giving them so much benefits and stuff? All Trump has to do is highlight that part, and I don't think Kamala has the answers for that. So in this debate, it's Trump's debate to lose. The expectation is high. Kamala Harris has painted herself in a corner because this will be the second public debate she had. This is the first time she'll be given any hostile or confrontational questions, especially from Donald Trump. Donald Trump's already going in knowing, hey, you want to make this moment, so I'm not going to let you get this moment. Hey, man, I think this is going to be the most watched debate in a long time. I think he's even going to do higher ratings than the Joe Biden debate because of the fact that Kamala Harris has not been doing as much interviews. She only did one interview, and I think in a month, in the entire campaign, Trump and Vance did 34 interviews. So they did 34 times more interviews than Kamala and Walz. So the buildup is humongous. The expectations is high. And I know the MSNBC hosts were trying to say that, oh my God, Donald Trump got such low expectations. But the reason Kamala did it to herself because she was the one who didn't want to go campaign. She's the one who only wanted to focus on rallies, scripted rallies. She wanted to bring actors, entertainers on stage. She didn't want to talk to the media. So people are like, yo, what are you about, Kamala? What are you about, Kamala? The day before the debate, at the time of me recording this video, September 9th, she finally released her policy position. She finally put a policy on the web page. After how many days you already ran your campaign? So now people are going to be asking, okay, how are you going to do this? How are you going to do that? She did it to herself. This is why I said this is the biggest backfire in history. And Trump has an opportunity to capitalize on this. And that is my preview of the 2024 presidential debate. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Let me know what you guys are thinking about it. What are your synopsis? How you guys think the debate is gonna play out? And do you believe that a moment like what Kamala Harris is trying to recreate with the Mike Pence, do you think that will sway voters, or do you think voters only care about the record, only care about the issues like I do? I'd like to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate you guys watching to the end of the video, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.